One. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tales from Tuatha. We're bringing you the stories of adventure, danger, loss, and heroic triumph from a land within our imaginations. Bringing you these tales today is Narada the Drowned.
Hello.
Cora Hilltopple cannot be with us for some unfortunate circumstances. We wish him the best. Harbakir told Middleek. Was muted?
Thomas is, no.
What?
AFK?
That might be
Question mark?
better. Hello.
Might
be
working. That's what did it.
Lost.
Yo!
Chance. That was terrifying.
I think he just had an aneurysm.
And Welgwyn Woodbarrel.
Hello.
Thank you for being with us today to share in our tale. Here is what happened last time. Having breached the Serpent's Bite Temple and discovered the secret passageway to its inner chambers, our heroes were met with a set of scales and an inscription, not snake scales, like weighing things scales, and an inscription that seemed to ask them whether they would prefer their justice be tempered with mercy or ruthlessness. After much experimentation with the scales, they selected mercy and, having weighted the scales appropriately, headed down the path revealed by the mechanism within the scales. I'm going to turn that music down even more. That's very oppressive. There we go. They quickly discovered that this path was fraught with great peril, as before them lay a chasm that had been inundated by the mire, and thus was filled with dark, swampy waters. With no bridge to cross the waters, Lost attempted to traverse the gap by using his artifact boots to root himself to the wall and walk across. During his attempt, he was attacked from the depths by a strange giant snake skeleton. Arali webbed the snake, and it was quickly defeated, though Lost plunged into the waters below and found himself constricted by entangling plants which pulled him under. He was able to escape and swim to safety on the far side, but the problem of crossing the water safely remained. Our heroes sent ropes across the gap with arrows and thus erected a method of crossing the perilous mire. During the cross, Arali fell into the water and was the victim of the grasping vines. In a show of true heroism, Chance climbed back out onto the ropes and reached into the depths to pull Arali to safety. Afterwards, Ali created a sphere of protection around himself and rolled to the other side. Rounding the corner, the party encountered a second chamber exactly as the first, with another chasm filled with the waters of the mire. Alik, still in his protective sphere, merely rolled across the gap, allowing the team to establish their rope network. They made short work of the skeletal snake that inhabited this chamber as well, and crossed the mire to find another room with an enormous stone sculpture bearing the imprint of a hand. Arali informed the party that the priests would conduct a dangerous ritual in which their blood would be sanctified by the touch of the serpent. Yeah, it's frightening. After some experimentation with the imprint, the party resolved to poison Alik and have him press his palm into the indentation. This moved the statue, revealing stairs down to an enormous but plain chamber. Within this chamber, a frighteningly large snake with a humanoid face greeted the party as followers of Pelouse. But when they could not speak the guidance of Pelouse, they resolved to kill the snake. After a harrowing battle, the serpent fell to Welgwyn's arrows, revealing the stone chalice that it guarded. Within the chalice was another slot for Arali's key, and opening its lock produced a pedestal upon which sat an unremarkable-looking tea set. When Arali moved to examine the teapot, Chance grabbed her wrist, and when he would not release her, she electrocuted him. Eventually, she was able to examine the teapot, which contained nothing, and seemed quite disappointed, though Lost seemed to think that this was yet another puzzle. Music seems to have stopped for some reason.
Didn't like you turning it down.
Yeah, it really didn't.
I took offense.
Oh, you want me to be down? I'll be all the way down.
There you go. And that brings us to now. Arali sets the teapot back on the pedestal. She squints her eyes and inspects the teapot thoroughly. Then she inspects the cups. What's everybody doing?
What were the colors of the cups again? It was like a red, a blue, green, and something else.
Yeah, I have it here. So atop the platform are 4 simple ceramic teacups, all white but with colorful snakes painted on their sides. 1 blue, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 golden.
Do all the snakes look the same?
The snakes are in the same style, but they're not in identical positions, although they do appear to be the same kind of snake. The way they're either coiled or like curved across the cups is very slightly different from cup to cup.
I can't remember. Sorry. Is there anything else in the room, like tables or chairs or statues or anything?
There's no furniture or statues of any kind. This chamber is remarkably bare. There are numerous bones of skeletons strewn about on the ground. There's the corpse of an enormous serpent, recently decapitated, and this enormous stone chalice. Behind you are stone stairs leading back up to the previous chamber. And at the far end of the room, it appears to have been breached, and there's an enormous hole in the wall leading to a cavern. I mean, I guess it's not like, you couldn't drive a truck through it. It's sort of a humanoid-sized hole.
Well, we could see if there's anything down the hole, unless you guys have ideas for how to solve this.
I really wanted the tea set. Just,
We'll
It's
just
just
bring the
sitting on the
tea set
pedestal
with
still.
us.
Yeah. And there's nothing else in the chalice?
Has anyone lifted the tea set yet?
Arali has picked up the teapot, but none of the cups. She replaced the teapot after overturning it and sort of discovering nothing. She set it back down.
I
Are
grabbed.
there any colors on the teapot?
Yes. The teapot is fairly ordinary in appearance, made of ceramic, apparently, it seems, and glazed with a brilliant white. On one side is painted a man with flowing beard and hair, his arms open toward the viewer, as though offering himself. On the opposite side, the same scene is viewed from behind.
That man, the snake guy, do we recognize him as the snake guy?
He looks nothing... What do you mean, the snake guy? You mean
I
the
forget
snake
his
you
name.
just killed?
No, the
Pelos?
wise snake guy from the story we used to get in.
You don't have any imagery of Pelos to reference. You know that Pelos has green eyes. That's all you really know of Pelos. That was in the story specifically.
Does this dude have green eyes?
No. The entire relief appears to be painted in sort of like a cyan. I guess not relief, whatever, the image. Arali draws her journal and starts flipping through it, just like looking for any information on this.
Didn't we bring water with us?
You all have
we
water.
We didn't carry the jug of a big ass jug of water.
I mean, we didn't carry the jug. Yeah.
Because you
Nah,
have swamp
it wouldn't
water.
Oh, we
just
put
up
it on the
stairs.
side of the wall, though.
We were never explicit about the jug, but I assumed once you reached the pits and Lost was carrying the jug, that when he was doing his walkie boot on the wall type thing, that he left the jug behind because carrying a jug full of water would have added great difficulty to that task.
Right, that made sense.
This does not want to play music.
I just want to open my pack and start putting the tea set in it. Just clean it off the.
Raleigh is sort of looking at it still, and as you move towards it, she scowls at you a bit. She is flipping through her journal, but
She shocked the shit out of you last time for doing that. I don't know if you should try her again.
I wasn't touching her, and she doesn't obviously need these things anymore.
Oh my god. Anyways, before we move any further, no matter what, I think we should take the tea set with us. I think that's the best idea. But
Yeah,
before we move any further, I need some semblance of rest. I'm still not doing well.
Ooh,
I mean,
wow,
we could
I'm
rest
also not
in
doing
here.
well.
Yes, I figure
I'm probably not doing well either.
I
Hold
figure
on.
most of us are in kind of rough shape, and I don't know what this. We definitely aren't going to go back the way we came in, so I'm assuming we're going to proceed forward and through that opening. And
Yeah.
I don't know what fun thing is going to be on the other side of that. So
Yeah, maybe we should take a long rest here.
Long sounds great.
Because I could use that.
Yeah, I could use that too.
okay. Arali, you okay with chilling out here for a little while? You can contemplate the
What?
teapot a little bit more.
Oh, what's a little while?
Like 8 hours, just to
Hey,
get some
that's-
sleep for everyone.
That's a little
10
while.
hours maybe.
Yeah, it's so that we don't die when whatever's down that creepy tunnel attacks us. Just
Well, if you think there's something down that tunnel, why would resting here help? Not only that, but it's bound to be just after midday by my tally. If we rest now, we'll emerge at night in the swamp.
But we could always
I mean,
longer.
I could keep going, but I know many people in our party are not doing very well at all, and we also are getting pretty tired and running out of magical ability.
I at least need a short rest of, I at least need to sit here for an hour.
I could live on a
Short
short.
rest would be great.
Yeah,
That seems fair.
I can make some things work for that.
I wonder what this thing is. Can't be nothing, right? Being that protected. Is it really just a teapot?
No, I definitely don't think it's just a teapot. Unfortunately, we don't have the means to make any tea.
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. Why would the snake?
As I said, we should at the very least we should take it with us.
In my pack? Winky winky?
I think to be safe, I'd like to split it up. I'll take the cups.
Maybe 1 cup per person.
What
And
if
we did
give
agree to 50-50.
2 cups each?
Would think 50-50 would be the set of cups with me and the teapot with you.
You can have the teapot.
I thought
Okay.
we were here for potentially dangerous magical artifacts.
Alik, we're discussing things right now. Okay, this is
Not,
bigger than
not children's tea sets carved by,
these.
frankly,
Might
inexperienced
be
hands.
mint, man.
Which, on a related note, I'm assuming. Well, I don't know if my history check works, my stone sense or whatever, because I assume they might be like clay or
They're ceramic.
something else. They're ceramic, so probably not that. Okay, never mind.
I mean, ceramic is clay, right?
Yes.
Fired clay.
The chalice is stone, though.
Yep. You can tell the stone chalice is very carefully and ornately carved. And again, there are 4 snakes, 1 in each cardinal direction, that sort of emerge from the base of the chalice, bow up, kiss the lip, and then turn back out. Heads pointed outwards. They're
Do I know
carved
anything-
so that you can see
Maybe-
the individual scales on them. They're very finely carved.
Do I know anything
Maybe-
about the history of it with my 4 plus 11, 15?
The history of what? The tea set?
The chalice.
The chalice?
Yeah.
No. This is very esoteric. You've read quite a bit on many cults, but this escapes your knowledge. It's a good
Maybe
roll.
if we place a cup by each snake that's kissing the lip of the chalice, and then serve
It
tea
has
somehow.
seemed to be a theme in this place.
Yeah. Wait. So there's the lip of the chalice is rounded. Placing a cup on it would be extraordinarily difficult, and it would be precariously balanced.
Maybe if each of us sits at one of the cardinal directions in front of the chalice and has tea, something will happen.
Worth a try.
Worth a try. Alari steps up. She looks at the cups carefully. She draws the golden snake cup. How are we preparing the tea? Do we have any method of
It's a good
producing
question.
fire?
Yes, we have that.
Fire is
Several.
easy.
Great.
No problem.
And you know what? I can create some water.
Well, you have like water skins. You got to
that's
drink
true.
something on the road, so
That's true.
you could simply brew some tea in it.
Well, then I'll go ahead and create a magic bonfire.
All right.
Viola,
We're-
fire.
You want to just create it on the ground somewhere?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Is there anything? Yeah, that's fine.
I don't have a bonfire ready to go.
Oh,
Okay. Sort of say the magic words, conjure this fire alight. You can set up a rudimentary like spit and hang the kettle over it with some rope or something.
Yeah. You can use my rope.
I assume somebody has some herbs or tea or something they can brew. Spend a while like removing the snake corpse from the locality of the chalice.
Cooking a couple pieces.
Sure, carve off some pieces. Oh, that's funny. Goes, I'll drink from the green cup. I assume once the tea is brewed, the bonfire goes out.
yep.
I'll drink from the green.
I guess
Did
I'll
you say
take.
the green.
She said that she was gonna take the green.
I'll take the gold.
Okay.
Oh, Raleigh has the gold cup.
Oh, okay. Then who said green? Was that Cora?
Cora.
Okay.
Oh. How can I do that?
I'll take red. You can have blue, Chance.
I get nothing I want in this.
You can ask Cora if she wants to trade.
A chance, if you want the green one, that's fine. It just
No!
it's kind of
Just
my
wanted to
color.
get it. Sorry.
Okay.
Just reminds me of the hills at home, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm gonna be calm, like my blue cup.
Nice.
All right. You wish to sit at cardinal directions.
Yep.
Okay. Who's pouring the tea?
I guess I can.
Right. So you just take the kettle and like serve everyone as they hold their cup.
Yep.
All right. The kettle seems to hold exactly enough water for 4 cups of tea. Once the tea is dispensed into the cups, sort of piping hot, steam rising from it, you look down into it, and there's a vision of a man with a great long beard and flowing black hair. And he looks a bit surprised. Oh, hello. I am Cyrus the Wise. Everyone
Boss,
who
what did you
has
do to
a
my tea?
teacup sees it.
Can the rest of us see it? Or like hear it?
if you peer over, if you're
I'm gonna-
not holding the cup, you can't hear it.
I'm gonna
But
like
if you-
climb up behind on Chance's shoulders. Like peek
Okay.
over his shoulder down to see.
Yeah, you
No.
see a weird bearded man who looks remarkably like the man
Yes,
on the
like a
teapot, like a cat.
Why is that man in your cup, Chance?
Hey, so how do you spell that, Cyrus?
Cyrus.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I knew how to spell it correctly. Thank you.
Well, unfortunately, that is all. Be seeing you tomorrow, I guess. And the vision fades out.
I
Come
love
back,
it.
Cyrus.
Yeah, I love it. We
guess
can only ask him.
one question.
We can only ask one question.
Why did you do that?
Well, I think we're gonna get that long rest after all, huh?
Oh my god,
I don't
that's
think we can
amazing.
split this. Maybe we can split the questions. Like you get custody of it 3 days a week, and we get 4.
Now
Wednesday.
I wonder if we
weekends.
have to be here with this chalice for it to work now.
Arali's like, wait, what are you guys talking about? Who are you talking to?
She had the gold cup. Didn't she see it?
Shut up.
She's been looking into her, like when everyone was looking down into their tea and talking, she clearly looked down into her tea and she's like, what are you guys doing? What happened?
Chance?
I'm thinking of...
I
I
noticed.
don't know.
That's
I
why I'm
didn't
calling
hear
you out.
anything. I don't think anything happened. He's lost. He lived in the woods a long time. He's known to talk to himself
mean,
occasionally.
Should we
I
drink the
was
tea?
watching, right? I could try to cast sending now that I've seen this man and I know his name and how to spell it really well. I could ask him some questions for sending.
Actually, well, you wouldn't know how to spell it unless I told you, because you didn't have a teacup to hear.
I thought we could as long as we were kind of peeping. Is that
No, you could
couldn't
see,
hear?
you could hear.
See, but you can't hear.
Okay. Well, I saw a man.
You saw a beardy man.
I'm gonna scamper back down, Chance. All right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
enough.
really
I
weird
could
that we
either
saw that ginger-headed man.
Wait,
I could scry or I could do sending.
what's everyone
This might be
talking
worth a
about?
shot.
In the
So-
tea? You saw something in the tea?
Yeah, we saw the guy, the guy who's on the teapot.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
He said his name is Cyrus the Wise,
Lost.
and apparently you spell that Cyrus.
Oh, that's why you asked him to spell it. Oh.
Yeah, and then he said see you tomorrow. So I'm guessing we can only I'm guessing we can ask him a question, but only once a day.
And Arali, you didn't see or hear any of this?
No, you poured the tea. It smells good.
Is there anything in your book about a guy named Cyrus or being able to see something for specific reasons or
She
anything
sets
like
her
that?
cup on the ground and like flips through her diary a bit. So you're just like, it says there's an artifact of great importance to the worshippers of Pelouse. Something about his wisdom. We've heard that several times. It was very vague.
So it says there's an artifact and then it says something about his wisdom?
They seem to believe that the artifact was related to imparting the wisdom of Pelouse, although some scholars debate that. They think maybe it was like a more general kind of wisdom, or maybe the wisdom was the trials itself in getting there.
Or
Which would be
it's
very
this
disappointing.
Cyrus the Wise dude who just tells you the answer to something once a day.
Snakes
we-
can't make tea.
We could just ask him what the wisdom of Pelouse is tomorrow.
I think it's pretty clear that he is the wisdom of Pelouse.
Yeah,
We could ask him what's down that creepy corridor tomorrow
Or-
after we take a nice long rest.
other fun thing. We could
Nah,
walk
we'll be
down the
fine,
creepy
dude.
corridor.
Yeah, we'll be fine after a long rest. Take a nice jaunt down the corridor.
Put a leak right in front of that corridor. You can tell us all about it and the history of it and
Yeah,
dangerous stuff in front of it.
Is
Sounds
your
good to
cup
me.
damaged at all, Arali?
I inspected them pretty carefully. I didn't notice anything. Tea obscures the view of the inside slightly, but I checked it before he poured. I didn't see anything.
Well, we know it's not a tiefling situation, obviously.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Well,
Now
Gwen,
you're
some
starting.
sensitivity.
No, I'm just saying it's
I mean,
obviously
like,
not
from
like
you,
a.
Wilgwyn, come on.
It's no. I'm just saying it's not like
I mean, we
a
can't promise these
humans
snake people wouldn't have been
only,
racist. You know what I'm saying?
halflings only. You know, it's.
Well,
it's
come on. Cora, did
Well,
you see it?
Is that all Arali is to you, Welgwyn?
Yes,
A tiefling?
I barely had any time to even contemplate what's going on. I've never seen men in my tea before.
Well, you're young, so give it time.
I don't know what you mean by that.
I see men in my tea all the time.
Do
you're
you
young.
often see men in your tea? Okay.
Well, what else could it be? What else could make you, I don't know, different in some way that might affect you seeing what's in the tea?
I mean, she had the gold cup.
We could try this again, but switch cups.
You probably won't come back though tonight, right?
No.
Yeah, we have to
That
wait till
isn't
tomorrow.
how that works. Yeah.
The only other thing I could try to do is try sending to him and see if it works.
I mean,
But I feel like if you need this crazy artifact to ask him a question, it might be beyond my abilities.
It might be one of those, weird world connection things people talk about sometimes.
You could try.
I mean,
Whatever.
sending will
come
work through any dimension.
Sending,
I'm pretty sure.
cross-planar sending has a 5% chance to fail, but that's rather
Yeah, so
low.
it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, if we think that there's any importance to us having the tea around this chalice, then we're stuck here if we want to leverage this artifact in any way, shape, or form. So if performing a sending and then us resting, we could try it.
Sure.
There's no harm in it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
I mean,
I want to get out of this temple as soon as possible with whatever treasure's here.
Well,
It seems
I
like
tell
there
you-
might be something.
tell you what, if we
I'm gonna
if we hang out here, so we can use this teapot again, you can pick what question we ask Cyrus the Wise.
well, Lost, we're kind of figuring a lot of we have to be in this room to use this teapot. We just made it, and it worked. It doesn't need to be this room, maybe necessarily.
We don't know that. I mean, we could try, but we won't know. We won't know.
So
Theoretically, we won't know till
saying
tomorrow, anyways.
is
Yeah.
We should try to leave first. I like what you're saying because it's what I want.
Do you really feel like fighting your way back into this room in case if we have to get back in here?
Well,
We got the back
we
door.
know about the problem with the endless snakes room. We know that, wait a second on the elevator. We know rope bridge survival techniques. We have so much insider knowledge now.
But
Technically, we don't know how to deal with the
if
endless
anybody
snakes, Tim.
can
Shut
tell
up.
that this snake man was killed and might come to see what happened or for revenge.
Okay. Well, I'll let the group decide. My vote is hanging out here, but we can move on if that's what
my
everyone else
vote,
wants to do.
Too.
I mean, if
we
it's
should
only
say.
useful here, then if it is useful at all, as you say, then it's not much good, is it? This is not an easy place to get to.
Yeah, it's almost like it wasn't worth
But I mean, we could ask at least one really awesome question.
What was that?
If we stay and it only works here, we could get at least one question and find out something pretty cool. And then
So you
leave.
say. Again, I didn't even see what you're talking about. So.
Well, screw it. I cast sending, and I'm trying to talk
Okay.
to Cyrus the Wise.
Okay. Roll a d20. I will
You
do
have
it
to
for
roll
you.
for me.
Do it.
It succeeds. Well, okay.
Alright.
What message would you like to send? Oh yeah, you also have to. We'll say that was your wisdom check to reach out to Umberly. All right. What message would you like to send?
He knows it's me, right? Just like I know that that's how the spell works.
If the sender, let's see, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you. You're not sure if he knows you.
Alright, well, it doesn't matter. Does the tea set only work near the stone chalice?
That's the whole message?
Can we ask you a question tomorrow? Who are you?
Cyrus the Wise.
Damn it.
Maybe he'll clarify.
It's like, that's 2 questions. Now you gotta wait 2 days.
It was like
You-
3 questions.
After a brief pause, you get a message back. You hear in your ear, I don't know who this is. Please stop messaging me.
New sending who dis.
Fucking interdimensional
Is that all he
robocollar.
does?
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the message.
God
Not
damn it.
interested.
Yeah, new teapot.
Oh,
who
yeah.
dis.
Please
Answer any
take me off your
questions.
list. I do not wish to be contacted.
He didn't really like me very much.
Makes
But
sense.
at least we know we can like try to talk to him. He's not so godly that like we need just this tea set.
But so, you guys we're just gonna ignore this creepy cave? Because I'm telling you, this creepy cave is what I've been looking at. for
Well,
a
we
while.
gotta go into the creepy cave, but I think we
yeah.
have to be ready to go into the creepy cave.
That's the thing, is I would like to go into the creepy cave, Chance, but I'd like to be properly prepared to go into the creepy cave.
So we killed the guardian to the creepy cave. Come on. You think there's a worse, creepier snake down there?
Probably, yeah.
I was about to say,
There's been a worse creepy snake every step of the way.
I will
If a snake
snap
bites me
off
once,
one of your
I'm
goddamn
dead.
horns if you are wrong, okay? Just
You're
gonna
sure,
rip it
right?
out of your head.
I want to take a nap and get better, and then I can go fight another big snake. But right now, I will die if I fight a big snake.
Well, I'll happily rest here for some time, but should be going in. I really doubt, given that creature was in this chamber and there's a clear pathway backwards. You really think there's something stronger behind it?
Well, we
See?
There's always
Better
a big-
safe than sorry.
yeah, I was
I'm
about to-
thinking
I mean,
all
like,
of these volts into my brain are making me think better.
okay. Here you go, Chance. So Arali has not been adventuring with us as long as you and Welgwyn have. How many times have we been like, well, that couldn't be the worst. That's the worst thing behind us. Let's keep on going. And then we get effed in the A as soon as we move into the next area. That happens all the damn time. There's a
Chance-
reason that Alik likes to insight check every single goddamn person we meet.
Or Zone of Truth.
Do you want me to die, Chance? Is that what this is? Is this like some sort of long plot where you want me to die so that you can take all of our money?
Oh my
I
god.
can heal
is
you a
it?
little bit. If we
Is it
move
Chance?
on.
Okay, you know what, guys?
But,
This is plot. I'm gonna go skulk in a corner next to the creepy snake corpse for a while.
It's
and
pretty
take it lightly.
devious, Chance.
In my experience, people who skulk places are
They
not-
want
I
their
don't know
friends
how
to
Alik's
die.
doing,
Ooh,
but I
he's
could
hatching more plots. His
two
first plot
people from
failed.
death.
Okay, well, so
Hey,
I think in general we all kind of feel like hanging out here for a little while, but that is until the next day.
I don't know if
Raleigh.
I want to sleep in the same room with Chance.
Chance is fine. We've been traveling.
Maybe if we
long
just
enough.
rest for a bit. We don't have to sleep here.
Stupid snake bite.
Short rest. Let's go.
This
That's
doesn't
my vote, but
feel the safest place. I'd like to get out of the mire soon. Didn't
All
expect
right,
to
short-
spend days here.
Short rest then?
Okie dokie.
Right. Everyone settles down, has a short rest.
and could you roll hit dice for me?
Yes, D8s, right?
Yeah.
How many?
Let's see. I have. Let's do 4.
Is Sorcerer D8? It is, right?
Sorcerer? 6.
Yeah, D6. 17, Alma.
Okay, thank you.
Just gonna go 4. I think she did 5 earlier. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. That was great.
Oh, sick.
All right, you settle down into this room for about an hour. Just hunch down on your bedrolls, try to get as comfortable as possible among the bones and the enormous snake corpse. Well,
Those are the chance makes
are we about ready to venture out?
That's Chance weeping in the corner. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
his friends are making fun of him.
it's gonna steal all their money when they were dead.
But we just did a short rest, correct?
Yes, just short rest.
Yeah, everyone who needs to heal. Well, and also, did you heal or not heal?
I got some hit dice, so I'm better now.
All right.
Fine, you guys ready? God, let's go. Let's leave. Let's just go and do your things your way.
Shall we go? The dwarf in the lead, right?
Sure. Ellie.
Of course.
He's got some strong armor, it looks like, and a big old shield.
Very strong arm, yes.
Armor.
Armor.
Yes, very strong arm. Thank you.
Arali collects up the cups and puts them in her pack.
Carrying the teapot. Chance, do you want to hold the teapot?
I was already gonna do it, Lost. You don't have to tell me, God.
Okay.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Put it in my bag.
All right, what's the order?
I guess I'll follow behind Alik.
Arali should be close with her magical lamp.
Cora next. Magical wind.
Wee lamp.
Lamp.
Oh,
Magical wind.
I'll go after Cora.
Great farts.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you call your
I'll be
stinking
at the
club.
end in case anything
That's what I
sneaks up
call
on
it.
us.
all right.
Making me follow right after her.
Cleric sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Raleigh does like click on her lantern and hold it out, and nothing seems to appear. It's a fog of war zone, right? Around the corner, there is. Can everyone see this? Yeah,
Yes.
that doesn't work all the time. Okay. There appears to be a small room carved into stone here. Within it, you find not really anything. Like nothing really immediately catches your notice. Well done. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's pretty impressive.
Alik, what's the deal? Why is this? Why is? Do you know anything about the reason why this room seems like it's different architecture than the rest of the temple?
Let me take a look at this architecture. Interesting stonework there. Ah, that seems like an 18.
It's 10.
Holy shit.
Oh well, Christ. Okay, good.
That's for the history of it.
This was clearly like dug out or burrowed. You think even possibly hydraulics were employed, like very rudimentary hydraulics were employed to like wear away the stone. There are sections where it's smooth, as if eroded by water. But this is clearly not made by nature. Someone dug in here.
Well, the whole thing clearly wasn't made by nature.
I mean, this is a stone cavern in all
Right,
appearances.
Yeah, so this is different, and it's not normal.
It appears utterly unlike the rest of the temple.
Is it older or newer than the rest of the temple?
I bet Zorlex or whatever would know the answer to that.
Cyrus.
Cyrus would know the answer to that.
The hardest name to remember. Yeah.
I even told you all how to spell it.
God. So.
I mean, you wasted our question on it.
I'll ask him again tomorrow then. How do you spell it again?
None of us knew that we could only ask him one question. We probably would have said, "Hey, who are you? What are you doing in my tea?"
He did announce himself.
That is true. I did just so happen to ask him how to spell his name.
Okay. Yeah. Do I know if it's older or newer?
So the rock is clearly much older than the temple itself, but the way it's carved appears to be newer than the temple significantly, and may have been done in the past 100 years or so.
Definitely newer. I don't know. Maybe someone snuck in here, had something better than a crappy journal and a magical lamp.
Yeah. Finding the back way in.
But they didn't get our nice tea set, so
that's true.
I want to look around and see if I can find any like grooves or.
Okay, so you head out into the room.
Weird, yeah.
The passageway here is fairly narrow, and as you're moving through, you're crushed to death from either side. As you're moving through this passageway, Arali sort of stumbles backward and sort of bumps into you momentarily. She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm used to the streets of Thaura, not these weird caverns."
Insight check or perception.
Can I see if she pickpocketed her from back there?
What did she pickpocket? Specifically, I don't even want to know if she did.
Wait, did she bump into me?
She bumped into Chance.
Oh. Okay.
Oh shit!
She's trying to steal my goddamn cattle.
I was right there.
See it?
You were way out front. This would be passive
probably
perception.
Did I notice her doing anything shady?
What's your passive perception?
19.
Mine?
Your passive perception is 19?
Yes.
Jesus.
Anna's is also probably like 19.
I'm very perceptive.
Mine's like the highest it could be at this point.
That's
My
true.
investigation and insight are very low, but my perception is bonkers.
So though it's dark in here, both Welgwyn and Nerida noticed that when Arali bumped into him, she put one of her hands on his pack briefly for just a moment.
Ooh, I know that kind of movement.
She didn't appear to take anything out of it. She just kind of touched it. It looks like she fell, but she clearly maneuvered her hand just so.
Chance, I think she's into you.
Hey, Chance, can you just show me that teapot? Can you just come over here and take it out of your pack and show it to me briefly and then put it back in your pack?
Yeah, but I literally just put it in my pack.
I know, I'm just curious. You know how I am, so silly.
He wants to see how pretty Cyrus the Wise is.
I just love pretty men in my teacups, so if you could just show it to me.
Pretty dark-haired bearded men.
Mm-hmm.
As you say that, you notice Arali just kind of glances at you and smiles a bit.
I'm gonna dumbly open my pack. There, it's right there.
It's
Just
right
put
there.
it in there.
He draws the teapot out of his pack.
Is there anything in there that you didn't notice before, Chance?
Make sure she didn't steal your gold.
What is he talking about?
Or put something in your pack?
There's nothing in. I was the last person to put stuff in here. You guys are being weird. I would know if somebody messed with my stuff. Remember the cards guy? Come on.
I was looking at Arali and I go, humor me.
Yeah. I'm not trying to stop this. You guys do whatever you like.
Here, I'm gonna put the teapot on the ground nicely, and then dump the remnants of my bag. Just
You just dump it out.
Just-
on.
Crumbles of smelly cheese. Rope
That's
slick with
everything.
moldy cheese.
Although, wait, what's this? No, that's just more mold than normal. But yeah, that was there before.
Everything in your pack is exactly as you remember.
All right, you can put that away.
Just watch yourself, all right? The cheese was important. I need to get every bit.
Carefully scoop up all the pocket cheese.
I'm just gonna mush it back together till it's like one cohesive piece now.
It all comes out that way, you know what I mean?
I just want to keep a general eye on Arali as we continue on.
Okay.
Welcome to the club. Fine.
I also
God.
will do that.
Suspicious of
So yeah, there's this small room, about 20 foot on a side, clearly dug out, and there is another breach in the wall with another cavern leading on behind that seems to slope upward sharply.
Well, shall we proceed along?
Fine by me.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, if we were so worried about other giant snakes.
I'm gonna take Nara aside and be like, I still got zone of truth before we move out. Yeah.
Sorry, I actually didn't hear that.
I said quietly, I've still got zone of truth if you want before we head out.
Yeah. Let's see what happens by the end of this passageway. If we make it out, then maybe we'll take the time to do that.
Don't rob us. Is this the end of the passageway? Like, is that outside right there?
No, the passageway sort of snakes back and forth slightly, and as it rises, but eventually it does emerge. Yeah, exactly. On the surface again, out into the mire. It's tiny bits of water from the mire like slosh over and drip down the passageway, rolling down the cracks off to the side.
Huh. It seems like we might have missed something in that little room. Right? You can't just lead out here.
Oh, I didn't take a good look at the room. I just assumed it was robbers or something and drilled in.
Looking into a pack.
What
What?
if it was a really big snake?
Never heard of snakes burrowing. There's nothing in my research about that.
It didn't
There
look
were
like snakes.
several
Snakes.
expeditionary parties that made their way to Serpent's Bite. Maybe one of them drilled in? Although I don't know how they knew what they were looking for.
Just feels like there should have been something else, you know?
Well, I mean, we could go back and check. It's not that far.
What do you guys think?
Either way.
Thought we explored everything. Like, didn't we? We went.
Well, I mean,
Thought we went here. And
Nobody made like a thorough check of this room.
okay.
Maybe we should then. I thought we did.
Nope.
Oh, yeah. it's-
Do it.
Got a little distracted by being very suspicious for no reason. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Go back
we
and
can-
see.
You head back down into the room. It's exactly as you left it.
I want to look around for secret passageways or grooves in the wall or anything that looks weird.
Roll perception.
Get into the
Okay.
groove.
I'm going to get into the groove.
Need to find a good place to just put my hand up against it. Looks like it's going to be a
It's
trap door
a
panel.
16.
There are no secret passageways, while the edges of this cavernous space are a bit jagged in places where perhaps they were chipped away by tools or something, you're not quite sure, or maybe it's a natural feature. Most of the walls are actually fairly smooth, and the floor is also somewhat smooth. Though, no. That's it. You think? No, that's it. Nothing is
That
wrong.
doesn't raise
Everything
my
is fine.
suspicion at all.
Yeah, right?
Does anybody else want to also look around? I feel like there's nothing, but also maybe I have missed something.
I mean, am I allowed to try? Since you already tried.
Are you proficient in perception?
Maybe Merida,
I
you
am
can
proficient in
guidance
perception,
her
yes.
while she-
Yes.
while she
Can I guidance
percepts.
myself and also
As
perceive?
long as you can break through the veil and reach Umberley.
Sure, let's try.
You do. You can.
All right.
You get +3 on your 10, which I think is absurdly high for you, like 25.
Yeah,
like
because I
that.
have plus, I think 8 or 9 now for proficient skills. I'm not
I
sure.
have
Yeah, I think it's
7, so
9
that would be
actually.
9.
9, yeah.
So 9 and 3.
Someone
to
took away
22.
permission to use my card, so I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
update it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Wait.
I'm not
wait.
even at the table anyway. So.
Yeah, I was like, are you on TTS?
No.
No. I think I gave that back, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so you examine the room very carefully.
That was Welgwyn excitedly checking the room.
I'm gonna find the secrets.
The only thing you notice is that there's perhaps a slight depression towards the center of the room here. That's sort of like circular, not perfectly circular, but that's it.
I mean,
Not
there's
it-
a slight depression. We could try to see if there's anything under here, but I don't know if we want to take the time
It's
to dig it up.
literally like
It's worth it.
2 millimeters, and it's on solid stone, so you'd be digging through stone.
Never mind. There's nothing here except it's more worn in the middle or something.
Poke it. Anyone got a stick?
I got a beat on.
You have a staff.
Oh yeah, that's true. How big is the hole? I think my staff is too big for that hole.
No, it's the depression is maybe 5 foot in radius. It's quite large.
Oh,
It's only noticeable when you like lower your head almost to floor level and like view the room from the side. If you're just walking over it, it's very difficult to detect.
push it. I don't know.
You jab it with your staff, it's just rock.
If only we had someone who knew a lot about rocks. Look at it.
I know a lot about rocks.
Yeah, do you want to check out this depression?
Is it history? Because that's all I know is about
Sure.
history.
History of depression. It's gonna be a
All
medicine
right.
check.
I want to learn the history of depression. I'll get a master's degree in the process. That is plus many. Plus 9? So I thought it was plus 11. Oh, I've been doing that wrong. Plus 9, 17.
Has the appearance of a stone surface worn by sort of repeated use.
There's been a lot of use here on this stone surface.
So,
What are they using it for?
yeah,
As
Good
the
question.
like walking over, storing things on, whatever it might be. Things that would just gently rub against it but wear it down over time.
Is there anything on the ceiling over it?
Nope.
Anybody want to try and yell at it? Might just help.
You just want to shout at it?
You know, it worked one time before me. So,
When did that work for you?
a long time ago, man. I was 10. I think. Yeah, it's relative age. I don't know.
Okay, so
Oh,
we
sorry, I
have
forgot.
yell
Did you
at
guys
it.
drink the tea?
I assumed that I did.
Arali definitely did. Who else was it? It was
I didn't.
Chance
I don't.
and Cora.
I I was kind of dumbfounded by that dude being in my tea. I don't think I would have drank that.
Okay.
So Lost and Cora, you notice after drinking the tea that you feel like a little more skillful. You feel like your mind is a little bit sharper. Perhaps you can move a little bit quicker, which translates to you can take advantage on one ability check until the effect wears off, which you don't know how long that is.
Cool though.
But no one's made an ability check, so.
Yep.
Well, was there anything here? I looked around a bit. Just looks like stone.
Yeah, you guys done in this room yet? It's getting really boring holding up this wall.
Maybe we're gonna try to smash it. Smash it with the Crushinator. See what happens, right?
All right.
Hitting the ground
Smash
with
that.
a hammer.
Roll an attack. See if you can hit the ground.
Or
AC is 18.
we don't
Did
know
it.
anything about
I hit the
whatever
ground.
this snake god is. Let's just kill this guy.
Roll damage. You fucking break into the temple, kill the guardian, and smash
hit the
everything on
ground.
your way out. Yeah.
That was plus 4 damage. Plus, you know what? Let's add radiant to that. Why not?
Can't figure this out. Let's just hit it with a hammer.
Oh, that's such a good damage roll.
Rock
Oh my
is
God.
resistant to radiant damage, fortunately. You notice the ground is like kind of soft for being rock, and when you smash into it, it cracks very slightly, but more so leaves an indent, a very small indent.
Something's wrong with the ground.
This
Yeah,
is,
you tried to break the ground, dude.
this is what you would expect from a softer kind of stone,
This is not
like limestone or something.
tin. Well, this might be tin actually. Tin is pretty soft. This is a different kind of stone than the rest of the stone.
It doesn't
maybe.
appear to be tin. No,
Is it
this
different than the rest of the stone? Would I know?
it doesn't look or seem noticeably different from any other stone in the cavern.
This is a very soft sort of stone, maybe like limestone. Although in Dwarfland we call that tin stone, but it doesn't have any tin in it.
Able to make that moldable. If you keep on hitting it into dust, I can move it around for us later.
Let's try it. Just keep hitting it, see what happens.
Wait, you guys want to stay here pounding stones?
This isn't the first time.
Do you
Yeah.
want to find a bunch of cool secret treasure or no?
This is how you adventure, Arali. This is what it's about.
Because we've already left. So it's either in this room or it doesn't exist. So
That's how treasure works.
Now, I don't like to agree with my group right now, but I kind of have to.
I'm gonna
look,
go
I'm
ahead
sorry I
and-
said you were trying to kill me to
damage.
take all my money. I was just
That really
not
hurt my
personal.
feelings.
I'm
you know?
sorry. I
I'm
know you
still
wouldn't
mad
do
at you.
that. That's
I'm
fine.
No, I
Your
just wanna let you know.
second hit actually kind of ricochets off. With a 2 plus what? Plus 8 or something?
8 bludgeoning, 6 radiant. My
No,
second
I'm
hit
talking about that to
ricocheted.
hit.
Oh, okay. Let's try again. That was a poor form on that. Oh, there we go.
Kind of almost fumble a bit. It's bad bludgeoning. Another very slight indent. You're just kind of adding to the indent very slightly.
Third time's a charm, right? Always is. This is actually the 4th time. But
Come on.
I don't think we're supposed to be doing this.
Why
no,
is your
definitely.
damage so good?
I'm so good at this game right now.
Smash through the floor, and then you fall to your death.
A large crack forms and the indentation grows deeper.
Can we see anything through the crack?
There's nothing. The crack is maybe an inch or two deep before it reforms into stone.
I don't think there's anything down here.
I don't know. I think you should maybe try one more time.
You guys are the best party ever. This is
we try.
Maybe if we punch it. Maybe punching helps.
Have we been here long enough to try to reuse the pot again?
This hasn't taken much time.
No, I know. I'm just,
We'll add another half hour.
I'm making fun of
It's like
the fact that we just spent a half an hour pounding on our fucking rock.
Yeah, we should leave the mire before sundown.
All right. I mean, it's fine. If anything comes, we could smash it like I smashed that rock. Which is to say, not very well.
We smashed it real hard. It's just...
Yeah, those are some of the scariest noises I've heard when you were hitting rocks in a while.
Yeah.
Well, you would not enjoy a dwarven brothel then.
Oh boy.
Would anyone? Oh my god.
A lot of follow-up questions.
Rude. First of all, Welcome's being racist against tieflings, and now us dwarves.
I wasn't being racist against
goodness.
tieflings. I was just saying it's not like it was something that was invisible to tieflings because the two other tieflings saw it. So it was going to be something else.
That's something a racist would say.
I'm just waiting for her to say that she can't be racist because she has tiefling friends.
Yeah.
Two whole
I can't be
tiefling
racist.
friends.
I grew up around halflings.
Hey, Alik, you said that exact thing like a week ago, okay, dude?
Well, you know,
Those who live in tin
Let's
houses
go.
shouldn't throw stones.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
Tin
you
is not strong.
travel back up the tunnel and exit the temple. You find yourself within the wasteful mire once again outside. It is gently raining.
You don't seem so sure about that.
It's gently raining, and you remember what it's like
Weather?
to be slightly damp. All right. Having emerged from the tunnel and being back up on the surface, Arali turns to everyone and says, "Well, I'll take the cups, I guess, and you take the teapot. And I'm sorry that couldn't be more fruitful. I thought for sure we'd find the wisdom of Pelouse. I'm not
Are you
really
going
sure
to
how
stick
these
with
work."
us,
Yeah.
for one more night at least, just to try out the teapot and see how it works.
I don't think
see if
we
we can
should-
get you to see it.
Separate quite yet.
I do have somewhere to be, but
I'm just gonna give a quick glance over to Welgwyn, like,
Hey, give it one night. We'll camp out. We'll go somewhere safe. We'll try these again. And if we can get some information out of this guy, then we'll use that. And if we can't, then we'll figure it out from there.
well, that's great. But as I said, I do have somewhere to be.
You have a hard out for your dungeon adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really planned back to back.
This could have
like,
taken
This-
weeks.
Yeah, this could have taken a long time. That's weird planning.
I researched the temple thoroughly. I expected either we'd die in one night or we'd make
so
it
you
through
made
and
plans
get out.
after our death. That's like hard plans. Not like, hey, I'll contact you when I don't die. It was like, I'll meet you at 7 after I don't die.
It's not really like an exact time. I just have somewhere to be. I have people who are waiting for me.
All right, I'm casting Zone of Truth.
Okay.
I'm just casting it right now.
Let's see if you can.
Oh, that's true. I gotta do that.
Yes,
hope
you
I
can.
don't-
I rolled
Oh,
for
okay,
you.
cool.
Sorry. Let me
That's
look
fine.
at Zone of Truth.
Yeah, I'm looking up too. I learned it, but it was a couple weeks ago. I forgot.
'Cause I believe
It doesn't force her. It's just like,
but
come
isn't
here
that
and tell us the truth.
they must make a charisma saving
Oh, there we
throw.
go.
You know whether it fails or succeeds. Okay.
All right, enough
Oh
of this.
god.
Enough of this misdirection.
What's your spell save DC?
It is probably 14. No, 15.
You should verify that.
It is 15.
Oh no.
It fails.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to tell her that in order to protect the integrity of these potentially dangerous artifacts, she cannot be allowed to leave until she willingly submits to this Zone of Truth.
Wait, that wasn't in the deal at all, first of all. And I don't know why you need me to submit to a zone of truth.
The terms of our negotiations have changed. Pray they don't change again.
Look, if you have questions for me, I'll gladly answer them.
Well, great.
You know what? Fine. You want to do the zone of truth? We'll do it.
Cool.
How long is it?
What's your name?
Stay?
No.
It lasts 10 minutes.
How do you
like
spell
the
that?
baseline?
We've already had this problem.
Let's see.
What is your favorite color?
On a failed save. But they have to make the save? I guess you can just
They can
submit
choose
to
not
it.
to. Yeah, you can choose to fail it.
Alright. You feel that she has chosen to fail and submits to the zone of truth. How long does it last? 10 minutes.
Fail.
I assume you guys told me about her bumping into the pack, right?
Nobody told you that.
Yeah, but you were asking
Right, I
like
saw it.
questions about I saw Zone of Truth. You whispered at me, so you knew about it.
Well, yeah, y'all were
I
acting
got the
suspicious.
feeling
Everyone was just
Yeah.
being
Arali.
suspicious of Arali.
Yeah. So I don't know
Okay.
exactly what happened. Did you update me? I'm assuming we would have talked about it.
Hey, Alik, ask her about when she bumped into Chance's pack.
Yeah, what were you doing when you bumped into Chance's pack in the hallway back out of the snake hole?
Dude, she lost her footing. Calm down.
I just wanted to touch Chance a little bit.
What?
Why did you want to touch Chance a little bit?
I mean, look at him. He's not so bad.
Can we
I
please
want
ask her
an
about
answer.
something different?
That's not an answer to the question.
Well, it was an implied answer.
Yeah, but it wasn't the answer.
I'm slightly attracted to Chance.
I now
That
have
wasn't
a lot
the
of
question.
questions.
Earlier, why did you touch Chance's pack?
Oh, the pack. I just wanted to feel it.
And why did you want to feel it?
Dude, she's got you.
To make sure the teapot was still in there.
And why did you want to make sure the teapot was still in there?
I didn't know if you guys would, hide it from me. Steal it away some way.
You watched me put it
Were
in the
you
back.
attempting to steal the teapot so
No.
you could abscond with it and the glasses?
No.
What is this meeting you have coming up?
I have to meet some family in Port Greyshallow.
Aren't we headed there? That's where we're going, right? Port Greyshallow?
Oh, you're headed there as well? Well, we could travel
Yeah,
together.
it is.
There we
See,
go.
this is
Problem
mutually
solved.
beneficial. But more importantly, is this family is this like Welgwyn's family and like Chance's? I'm pretty sure.
What?
I don't think their family is above board. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not directly related to
Yeah,
me.
she's a halfling and he's a tiefling. What the hell's wrong with you?
No, I mean,
But
like
they're still my family.
I mean, like crime family.
I'm not a member of a crime family.
No, she's of like noble descent or some stuff. Haven't you
You're
been listening?
not?
And I'm gonna wink at Welgwyn.
First off, the crimes I do are it's not important. My family's not in crime.
Can anyone
there's-
ask questions or just Alik?
Yeah, anyone.
Anyone can.
Anyone who's
Did you
inside
actually
can't
not see the
knowingly-
man in the teacup?
I didn't see anything in the teacup but tea.
You can ask us about the teacup now. Or
Why did
assume
you
anyone
want-
who's in the zone.
Why did you want to come here? What is it that made you want to come here?
I was looking for the Wisdom of Pelos, the artifact. I got the key to the temple and figured it'd be worth investigating.
At what point did you plan on backstabbing us?
I didn't have a plan to backstab you.
Oh, that's really reassuring. I thought you did. Not because you're a tiefling. Just, I'm generally distrustful.
Right. Not because I'm a tiefling.
No, I get tiefling friends. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say all that.
I'm still confused about the part where you said you liked me? What?
Well, that could be changing by the moment, so.
Are you more into his butt or his face?
I haven't gotten a good look at the butt. So
You
I'm
would
going to go
know
with
at this
face for
point.
now.
You've been around to answer the question, please.
He did rescue me from, the Mire when we were in the temple. That was pretty selfless of him. I was impressed.
It was pretty heroic.
Do you
He's a
know
big,
anything?
strong
Do you know anything about the temple that you're not telling us?
I mean, there's more stuff in my journal about the history of it, but I didn't hold anything back from you that I thought would be important.
Oh my God, did we put Zone of Truth on this girl because we couldn't believe that someone would voluntarily want to touch Chance? Are we that bad of friends? Are we really bad friends, guys?
I mean, I'm shocked about this information. So, no, I think you're great friends.
I
Well,
think
you
we're
can
just damaged.
We are damaged. We had some werewolves attack us. You can ask us questions if you like.
I understand. It's totally normal for adventurers. I mean, I don't need to ask questions with the Zone of Truth. There's nothing.
I mean,
But it's fun, isn't it? Fun.
I don't think it's fun. I think it's intrusive.
It is also intrusive, but intrusive things can be fun. Like, groping Chance. Am I right?
I wouldn't say groping.
I would say groping.
And what do you mean intrusive things can be fun?
Like when you grope Chance.
What
Let's not start that.
what intrusive fun things have you done?
Zone of Truth?
Are you saying that fun of the zone of truth is intrusive and fun for you?
It's fun for everyone involved.
I mean,
It's
I'm
not fun
really,
for me.
Yeah, I'm not really enjoying myself right now either.
What? When we
I'm
were
a lot more
kids, that was
uncomfortable with
like,
this truth.
hey, you guys want to come over and play Zone of Truth? You'd spin the bottle and you'd say the truth. It was very fun. Did you not do that in high
Well,
school?
as fun as the swamp is, since we both want to head to Port Greyshallow, I think maybe we should go that way. And also, maybe we should talk about maybe not splitting up the teapot and cups if we can.
I'm open
I
to
think-
it, but
If we travel together, we can at least probably. Do we know how long it is to Port Greyshallow from here?
it's probably. It's actually not that far. You're about halfway there, so you'd think it's probably another day's travel.
Okay, so we'll have to camp out anyway. So once the time is, once it's been long enough, we'll try it again. And if we find anything out, then we'll come back. And if we don't, then we'll keep going.
And if you'd like to, you can ask us right now if we have any attempt or any intention of like deceiving you or trying to rob you or shortchange you in any way.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, we
I
have
could
no
ask you that,
intention
couldn't
of
I?
trying to rob you, deceive you, or shortchange you in any way
That's
And-
totally
at this
right.
time.
Yeah.
The league doesn't have that intention.
I guess I can only speak for myself, but my companions are all
Anyway,
very
shall we get
loyal and
going?
honorable
It's
people.
we should get on our way to Port Greyshallow. We should go.
Yeah.
This poor girl has been through enough. What an embarrassing thing to have to say in front of everybody. Anyway, let's keep going.
Wilgwyn, are you jealous?
No, everything's great. Let's go.
We're all in a zone of truth, so you can't lie.
That's-
I'm literally not jealous.
Also, at this point, the
Also
Zone of
might
Truth
be in it.
ends because it's only a 10-minute spell.
Oh,
so
okay, fair enough.
Hasn't been 10 minutes.
Just
yet.
in time.
It's definitely been 10 minutes. It's probably been 10 minutes, like IRL time. Yeah.
So,
There was a
This
lot
one room
of
for a while.
there was a lot of hemming and hawing and.
time flies when you're having awkward conversations, man. Let me tell ya.
All right. It is approaching evening as you exit the tunnel, and after the Zone of Truth goes off. So you spend the next 2 hours hastily heading out of the swamp, approaching the edge of the rain. And you reach a place where the swamp sort of almost runs headlong into these dry, barren hills. It's a very strange change of pace. And that is where, let's take our break. 10-minute break. we'll be back at 5:27.
Good.
Be right back, everybody. And welcome back. So, you have exited Serpent's Bite Temple with Arali. You determined that you were both headed to Port Greyshallow, and you escaped the wasteful mire. Let's see, how far can you get? After about 2 hours of travel, it starts getting dark. You do manage to make it over these dry, rocky hills that seem to cradle the wasteful mire from the north side. And somewhat quickly, you see before you to the north a coastline. It is just sort of at the edge of your vision still, and along the coastline are these horrible, craggy, gray rocks spanning the entire coastline that you can see. You see a few like seagulls and other seabirds, pelicans perhaps, flying around in the great distance. It's difficult to identify them at this distance, but you think that's what they might be. And it's getting dark, so you decide it might be a good idea to camp for the night.
Let's do it.
Setting up watches.
I can take first watch.
I'll join Nerida.
I don't want to be with Arali.
I think Chance should be with Arali.
At least two of us.
Chance and Welgwyn, do you want to spend the watch with me? Third watch?
Sure. We would love to do that.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all really get to know each other super duper well.
I think so. If
Feels like you're doing this on purpose.
What? No.
Is that a cat or a baby?
Probably the baby, sorry.
Probably the baby. No, it's fine. It's very
It's like-
quiet.
My cat is not bothering me.
So you post up, make a campfire. You're not on road. You're pretty far off the road to the west. Fort Taggart is far east and 20, 30 miles east of you. And then the road heads north from there to Greyshallow. So, who's first watch?
Me and Nerida.
Lost and I?
Okay. Roll. Each of you roll a d12. I'll roll for you, obviously.
Thank you.
Shipping. Oh look, we both got a 5.
fives.
Ooh.
Is that the gopher roll again?
All
Parrot
right.
roll?
No, it's a little bit different. So you're in these sort of barren plains for the most part, and you're keeping watch. Nothing seems to be happening, and you're both sort of just looking out. And then you hear behind you, towards the campfire, a loud chirp, a single loud chirp. You turn to look. There's a somewhat large orange-colored bird with black stripes, and it's sort of like cocking its head and looking at you, and it just chirps very loudly. Everyone wakes up at this second chirp.
Is that a bird? Is there a bird in here?
Yeah, can I identify the bird?
You can roll. That would be nature. I
Nature?
think.
Can I assist?
If you're proficient, yes.
I am.
And then yes. Do you want to roll your own or let him?
No, I
double?
want Lost to do double.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good thing you
That's
did.
a 25.
So with significant assistance from
Yeah.
from Nerida, you identify this as the Bakrimba bird. It is known for its loud calls and vibrant plumage, usually orange or red to mesh with more desert-like or dry environments. This one, they are not known to go near humanoids very often, or they usually stray far from civilization.
Lost, do you think it could be a druid?
You want to talk to it, Lost?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, okay? I'd like to cast Speak with the Animals.
Okay.
And I want to talk to this damn bird. Ask him gently to be quiet. My friends are trying to sleep.
Okay, can it speak back to you? I don't think so.
Depends on what its intelligence is, but yes.
Yeah, you gotta do. Isn't it like understand animals or whatever?
No, speak with animals.
Yeah.
Let's see. You can verbally communicate with it, so presumably it can speak back to you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Limited by its intelligence. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. It sort of crawls back. Sorry!
No, you're fine. Is there something I can help you with?
It's hopping around the campfire a bit. No!
Okay, you're just checking us out?
Yes!
Okay, cool. Well, proceed. We'll just be over there. But yeah, my friends are trying to sleep, so if you could keep the calls low, just let me know if you need anything. Okay?
Okie dokie!
How are your nipples?
What?
Say all of his.
Never mind. You just remind me of somebody. Somebody from a dream. Yeah.
It hops around more.
Very good. Thank you.
Just hangs out around the campfire for the duration of your watch.
He should be fine, Narrative. Apparently he's just curious.
All right, sounds good.
You hear, did you just assume my fucking gender, you fucking bitch?
Excuse me. They
No,
are
just kidding.
curious. I apologize.
So anyway, I'll have you know I did 3 tours, whatever the fucking copy pasta is. Okay, your watch ends without other incident. The bird, after being asked to be quiet, sort of hops around a bit, pokes around, like doesn't really get into packs or anything, but sort of stands on top of them or jumps around and like nuzzles bits of cloth gently. Flies away towards the end of your watch. Who is next?
I think that me, Chance, and Alari are next.
Yeah, we want to do them in the
Allie.
middle, and then Cora and Alec at the end.
Oh yeah, okay. Sure. You two roll d12s.
Hey!
Baldwin as well. Oh, cool.
Do you need help, Maggie? You
No, I got it. Sorry, I just
All
got a
right.
little confused.
That one.
12, huh? Why do you get the most? Oh my god, really? Okay, no. Why do you get the most events in like the least likely place?
Bird comes back, this time with friends.
And knives!
and knives.
After only a minute or two on watch, Arali is trying to strike up conversation with you when you hear something very gently, or actually, sorry, Chance and Arali both have dark vision, right? You see a humanoid figure approaching you from the darkness.
Welwyn, do you see that? It's probably, you probably don't. It's somebody.
Arali like jumps up and holds her staff out. There's
I'm gonna
someone
ready
there.
my bow.
It's sort of, this person, whoever it is, makes no effort at stealth whatsoever. They're just walking straight into camp. their movements look a bit haggard. They seem maybe tired or ill in some way.
Can we help you?
Can I hide behind one of the tents while they're on their way?
I wouldn't imagine you have tents.
Or that's true. Just like behind
Somebody sleeping.
behind a
Someone?
person. Yeah. Lost is propped up against a log nearby or a rock, and you can hide behind that. Roll stealth.
Okay. And that is 13.
Pretty good. The man has a cloak and decently like normal civilian clothes that look a bit scuffed and dirty. He's got a hood over, but you can see his face pretty clearly, and he appears incredibly pale. As he looks up to you in the light, you see that his eyes are a vibrant red. I'm sorry to bother you. I have a desperate need. If you would indulge me, this must sound very strange to you.
Less so than you'd think, but continue.
Please, I mean no harm. I have no weapons. But I need blood.
I have a flask of blood in my pack.
What kind of blood is it?
It's ogre blood.
You remember that there's a flask of ogre blood in Lost's pack.
So you're just looking for any type of blood? Does it need to be like blood that was in anybody
I'm
recently?
desperate. It just needs to be blood.
Can
I
I,
fear I
since
won't
I'm-
make it much further.
Since I'm behind Lost, can I dig the vial of blood out of his pack?
Bad idea.
Yeah.
It's like a whole empty whiskey bottle full of ogre blood. So yeah.
Arali is
yeah.
just kind of looking around.
I'll pour some of it into my wineskin.
Don't put it in
Why are you gonna
yours,
ruin your
you
wineskin?
drunk
I mean,
I'm just gonna give this
I'm a-
guy the wineskin. I
I'm
don't,
asleep.
I
I'm
don't want
sorry.
this weird blood wineskin. I just don't want him to take all your ogre blood in case you need it. I don't know.
That's very, very. You want to wake me up? I'm not trying to meta. I apologize.
I'm just gonna like whisper into your ear and be like, "I'm taking some of your ogre blood. I'll explain it later."
Okay, fine.
And then I'm gonna chuck the wineskin with the blood over to Chance.
In the back of the head. What the fuck?
Just give this to him.
Oh, you could have said something first.
Oh,
Pick it up off the ground.
Do you-
Uh,
do you have
go.
some?
this should be some blood. Yeah.
Grabs it frantically, opens it. It's like slurping and crushing the wineskin. Little bits of blood trickle down the sides of his mouth. Thank you. Oh, it has been 2 days.
Would this have woken up any of the rest of us?
No, he's been fairly quiet.
Okay.
What's your name?
Jonathan Cicero. I'm very sorry to have asked you for this. I've been driven out of my house. You might guess why.
It's because he's a vampire.
Oh, I was gonna say it's because he's not very nice.
You notice he has like very sharp fangs protruding from his mouth, which he's trying to hide by sort of talking very quietly. His mouth mostly closed. His eyes are just blood red. I can't thank you enough. You've been more understanding than I imagined, and you have saved me for now.
Who?
Give him the rest of my blood.
Jonathan.
Okay, I'm gonna chuck the whiskey bottle out from where I'm hiding. Be like, Lost, heads up! Or,
Chance.
Chance, heads up!
Yeah.
Wow, Wellgwyn. Even
Listen.
We
you.
just all look the same, don't we?
I can't believe that leak has gotten into your head.
You hand the whiskey bottle over. This is good stuff. It's a bit gamey, if that makes any sense to you, but hearty.
Yeah, I mean, Lost has been carrying that around for a while. I don't know what he took it from, so.
What? Is he afflicted as well?
Oh,
He's just weird.
no, he's got like a demon seed, bottle of blood. He's basically got a lot of metal stuff. You know what I mean? Not like armor.
Ah. Okay. Well, I've bothered you enough. Cannot thank you enough for what you've done for me. Try to make my way in the world.
You know, that's a decent idea. Just, you know, is there any way we could help you with your affliction, obviously, or anything?
I
You seem
don't
like
know.
a decent guy.
Not even really sure.
Gee, there's like a bunch of clerics that you know, maybe.
No, I
You're
want
asleep.
to be a big sorcerer. I know magic.
This blood is more help than I deserve, I'm sure. I'll leave you in peace.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Sort
I'm
of
gonna
like
have a lot of questions.
Pockets the enormous container of blood and starts heading out away from the campfire. Seems to noticeably be feeling better, hobbling less than when he arrived.
Just kind of want to turn to Arali and Wellgood and be like, "What?"
That
Crawl
was
out from behind Lost.
incredibly strange and
That
disturbing.
guy was like 100% a vampire, right?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, probably. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think so.
He was like a lot nicer than I was expecting for a vampire, if I'm being honest.
I mean,
He was very polite.
The werewolves we fought were like jerks. I figured all the stuff like that was jerky.
It's very funny.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. Arali just turns towards both of you. So, after that strange interruption, I think, Wellgwyn, you were about to tell me about your family.
Wow, that's a leading
Was I?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Sure. Well, I don't have much of it. Most of them are dead. The rest of them are
goodness.
somewhere else. So now I'm here in this swamp, throwing
How did they
bottles of
die?
blood at a vampire.
How did they die?
Well,
if
you know,
mind me
this way
asking?
and that way.
It's very unusual for large
People to die?
portions of a family to be dead.
Well, to be honest, more of us are just sort of out and about than dead. But, you know.
Honestly, once you meet like one other person of our family, you'll get it.
Oh, what does that mean?
Who in my family have you met?
That was what I was going to ask, but I'm asleep.
I just wanted to add something to the conversation.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, if you met my dad, you would understand why none of us hang out anymore. But, like, you haven't met my dad, so.
Well, what's wrong with your dad?
You know, he's what's
Well,
wrong with
wouldn't-
anybody's dad? Anyway, that
You
guy
can
was
tell
weird
me.
with all that blood.
I mean, it was a little weird, but he's gone now.
What
I
about
think
your
we're okay.
family, Arali? What's your family like? What's your whole family situation?
Well, I'm a tiefling, as you can see.
So you
So-
crawled out of the earth. Yep, me too.
That's not where they came.
I don't really know my parents, if I have any. I was raised in Port Greyshallow by fishermen. It was nice and all, but a little boring, you know. There's not a lot to do at Port Greyshallow, most of the locals just get drunk all day, every day when they're not working, or even when they are working. Ships come in and go out. You see some travelers from time to time, but mostly merchants. Nothing crazy.
So who is it that you're going to meet up with?
Just some family I have there. Like I said,
Right, without
I was raised there. Oh, well, like I said, Greyshallow is pretty boring. I yearn to live a more exciting life. As you can sort of see, I mean, not everyone likes going into old snake temples in search of mystical artifacts, but that's always been something I've been interested in.
Specifically snake temples?
Not specifically snake temples. Unfortunately, Thaura was a little boring as well. I mostly worked menial jobs, but at least, there was a greater diversity of people there. Adventurers like yourself. There was military, a lot more different races. It's an interesting melding pot. Mostly, there are always some that make things difficult.
Yeah, I know those people.
I read a lot about ancient magical artifacts and stuff like that.
Anything else cool that you're hoping to track down?
Yeah, actually. She pulls out her journal. There's this mirror. It traps those who look into it, inside it. They can't get out. That's pretty crazy.
Seems like a risky thing to have hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that. You might not want to go after that one. That's...
Well, I think if you could discover the mystery of it, like there's got to be a mechanism, right, by which it operates, where you can control it. Most magical items I've read about have a way of controlling it. I don't know what the one is for this mirror. I've only read sort of legends of it. There's also another really interesting one. There's a robe which can change to any color and pattern, and it emits a bright, dazzling light that people are said to be like stunned by and difficult, like they get disoriented by it. But the most interesting...
Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Yeah. The most interesting one, although it's just a bit of a legend, and I'm not sure if it even really exists, is a ring which holds immense magical power. It apparently has the ability to grant wishes to its bearer. No one really knows where it is. I have some rudimentary leads on the mirror and the robe. Take a little while to look into. The ring I've only heard of. Could be a fairy tale, not really sure.
Did anybody use like a specific name for that wish ring ever?
It's usually just called like the Ring of Wishes, is how I've seen it referred to in texts. I haven't seen any first-hand accounts of it, though.
Interesting.
That sounds cool to me. Like a ring that grants wishes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really interested in magical items, so that's like the top of my list. That's really high tier.
I can understand.
So what's your end goal? Do you just want to have a bunch of cool stuff, or do you want to start selling this stuff, or?
I don't need to have them necessarily. I mean, it'd be nice to collect them, but just to like find them and learn about them, I think is interesting. Selling them, sure. I mean, it's always nice to have money, right?
There's a merchant that we know that I think you really should meet at some point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her name's Rastasia Rosum, and I really think you two would get along just fantastically.
Oh. Does she sell magical goods?
Yeah, you'd love her cabin. It looks like a small shack, but it's a huge shack on the inside.
Does sound amazing. How will I meet her?
Let's see. Well, Gwen, do you remember what town she was in?
She was in
Brimshire.
Yes, but also in... Where did... We ran into her somewhere else.
Moontip.
Moontip. Yeah. Yeah, she usually hangs around Brimshire and Moontip. She looks different depending on when you meet her, but...
Yeah, that's something we forgot. She wears different bodies.
Whoa.
But if you do meet somebody named Rastasia, let her know that Chance sent you her way, and she'll know who you mean, and she'll be happy to hear his name, I think.
Okay.
Why did you say it like that? Don't say it like that. It's a business
She
thing,
does love
nothing else.
tieflings also. She's very interested in tieflings, so I'm sure that she would be very interested to talk to you as well.
Okay. Okay. I can
Not
work
in
with
that way.
Well, what about you? You're headed to Port Greyshallow. Why is that?
We are...
We are following up on helping because we got conscripted.
Yes.
Wait, is that? Are we doing the Silverblade thing right now? Fuck.
The Serpent adventure threw me off. I don't remember what we were doing. Oh no.
So you were inducted into the Silverblades,
Yes.
and they
Yes, and
asked
we're going
you
there-
to go to Greyshallow to shore up basically the townsguard there, who
Right,
have mostly been
correct.
conscripted into the army proper.
God, I'm sorry.
Oh yikes!
That's
okay. Yeah, we're gonna go try to talk to the town's guard at Point Greyshallow and see if they're able to help the army. We're members of the Silver Guard now, so we have to.
Silver blades. Come
That's the
on.
one.
Yeah, I really hope these things come off my wrist. I'm really not liking them anymore.
I like them. I think they're flashy and fun.
So you're going to be law enforcement in Port Greyshallow.
We're gonna be something or another.
What does that mean?
I never thought of it like law enforcement.
Ew, I guess technically we would be law enforcement.
We'd be the man, Welgwyn.
Well, not like forever, right? We're just the man for a little while under extenuating circumstances, and we're not
You
like
sound
the
uncomfortable
man,
with
though.
that. Like you don't want to be that.
I mean, nobody wants to be the man.
I agree. I mean, you could be like the man, like the boss, right? But not like the law.
Exactly. You're getting it.
We're just there to try to help people and see what we can do during the war. And other than that, I don't know. We'll see what we have to do.
You know, if it happens to help ourselves a little bit more than the rest of the people, well, whoops.
Okay. It's interesting. Lost, what about you? Or Chance, sorry.
Oh, it's not just me! Oh!
Your names are just so similar. That's why I picked a surname.
That's
Um,
racist.
Have a
To
boring name
differentiate
like
myself a little.
Arali.
Well, at least it's not just a word that's in common usage.
Yeah, but I get to say it in funny ways, like take a chance.
That is true. That is true. It's almost like a gang name or something in that sense. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Like
wish you
Billy
wouldn't have-
Billy Chance. You know?
Yeah, it's just like Billy Chance.
Yeah, that's Welgwyn. I need you to forget that ever was
Billy
said.
the
Who's
Chance.
that? Billy Chance? Did you say?
You guys are funny.
Hmm.
But Chance, what about you? Where'd you come from?
I told you, hole in the ground.
A hole in the ground. Okay.
Hole in the ground. That's as far. Well, that's what the ringleader told me. That he found me near a hole in the ground that he said he lost a lot of his money into, and then he was like,
Ringleader. Wait a minute. What?
at the circus.
The Aurum Circuli.
Oh, you know
Yeah. They
Yeah.
came through Port Greyshallow and Thaura. I didn't
Ah,
get to go, but I wanted to.
it's okay. Their show sucks. All the good stuff was on the outside. 3-card Monty was my game, trying to get people into tickets. I had to clean up a lot of elephant shit.
Oh, could you show me?
Cleaning up elephant shit?
No,
No.
the 3-card Monty. I don't want to see elephant shit.
I'm much too amused by myself. Absolutely. It's really mostly you just got to make sure that you have 4 cards on you. That's the real secret.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Or what I've done, got all these marked cards. The ones on the left, where you got the little indentation, that's all the reds. The ones on the right, that's all your black cards.
Is that
So
not
it's just
really
for
noticeable?
Only for me, you know. I only shaved them a little bit on the side there.
Oh, okay.
Mostly for feel.
All right.
But then, yeah, you just put 3 in the middle. You have your queen in your hand, so you can show people that you're picking it up when you're doing it. And then you slide that away in either your sleeve or on top of the other card, and you just shuffle them around a bunch. And then you have people choose.
Can we try?
Sure. So, all right. Find the queen. Keep an eye on her. Da, 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 da. Which card?
She points at the left card.
I'm sorry, not your lucky day, ma'am. You should have picked, and I go to the far right, this one.
Oh, I think I get it. You want to do it again?
Sure. Why not? You're going to lose again. All right. Follow the queen. The red lady always want to be following the queen. Keep your eye on the women and the monarchy. And da-da.
Roll perception. What'd you get? Oh, damn. So what is that total?
My perception is 0, so it's 20.
Okay. Well, she says, the center one. You lift over, you're like, haha, whatever. You flip over the center card and it's the queen.
Well,
I think I did it.
but you didn't, because I have, and I want to reach into my sleeve.
You check your sleeve and it's empty. That's a good game. I see how it works.
I'm just going to do a quick glance
How
at
did
Well
you
Gwen,
do that?
and quick
How
back
did you
to
do
it.
How did you do that?
Okay. That's not good.
She
Yeah.
just kind of like
yeah.
cracks her fingers like this. You notice 2 more cards sticking out of each of her sleeves. And when you look back down at the table, the cards are gone. Oh, these. Here. Sorry.
Thank you. I'm going to count them.
You're missing 1 card.
I think.
After you're done counting, she pulls the Joker card out of her mouth and turns it to you.
Yeah, everybody knows how to do that one.
Wait, are you magic sneaky or are you just sneaky sneaky?
Magician never reveals her secrets.
That leads me to think it's magic sneaky, but I can't be 100% sure.
Well, Gwen, you already have a partner. It's me.
I'm just saying, we could have a third person.
It's always the.
I'll have to think about it.
Yeah,
The price
ladies
is
do it for
high.
themselves.
but- Yeah.
Try to join in things, and it's just no, man.
It's okay, Chance. You're still my favorite. It's all right.
My favorite anymore.
The rest of the watch passes without incident, unless there's anything else you'd like to discuss with Arali.
I mean, we got 20 more minutes of comedy in here at least.
Okay. Last 2 are Cora and Ali, right?
Let me know if there's any raccoons to nuke. I'm ready.
That's not a 12.
Don't hurt my bird.
Could be, who knows?
And there's mine.
No, your watch passes without incident.
Nice. Cora, you've been surprisingly, nice the last couple days. I don't know.
Well, the group has been really good to me. Helping me out, and I know I've run off a few times. I think I'm starting to come around a little bit, trust you more. I still think every once in a while about my parents in my village. Still have dreams, But I think I can put it aside for the moment.
We'll kill giants eventually.
Yes, we will. Lots of them.
Hundreds.
Hopefully we'll find the one that killed my parents. I still remember him.
Hey, maybe we'll get that storm giant, that one that almost killed you. Not too long ago.
that hurt.
Yeah.
I was not happy about that.
No, but your boy Ali saved you.
It's true. That's part of the reason I think I'm coming around too. Really wish I could do more to help the people in Brimshire. They seem like they're really struggling. And, even though I don't understand their economy or whatever it is, I feel for them. They're not free. It's difficult for me. What do you think about that?
I think they are very disappointing miners. They do such poor work. I mean,
Well, you would. I mean, the dwarves have a lot more experience, probably, right?
I would hope
Your
so, 'cause
people
if they
in
have
the
more
north.
experience than us and they do that badly, then whew, my goodness,
Yeah, something's gone really wrong
something's gone really wrong. They got some explaining to do.
to do. The rest of your watch passes without incident. Nerida, you available? Are you listening? Maybe, maybe not. No?
Sorry, yes, I couldn't get my app to open to unmute.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I was like half listening. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I just mean, so this is for you, since you're
Okay.
asleep. Closing your eyes, the gentle warmth of the campfire slowly fades and gives way to a chilling cold. Your body feels light, almost weightless for a moment, and then crushed from all sides. You feel as though you're plunging downwards, drawn by some tremendous force. Struggling against the immense pressure, you draw a breath, but no air comes. Instead, you instinctively choke, but cannot exhale as salty water rushes into you. There's a sudden panic and immense pain in your chest. Your mind reels and you struggle frantically to expel the water. But you cannot. You writhe and kick, hopelessly lost, powerless, and terrified. Through the terror and pain, there's a subtle calm just out of reach. A memory of your mother at her door in Gilmish, watching you as you head towards port. You struggle fiercely, grasping at your surroundings for anything, but find nothing. Slowly, you focus on the memory and bid goodbye to your mother one last time. You open your eyes, pressed into your head by the pressure, and see a scene completely alien to you. Hundreds, no thousands of fish peacefully drift and dart through a vast expanse. The great fins of enormous sharks pass within inches of you as they swim by, and octopi and other mollusks and crustaceans spot the dark and rough floor deep beneath you. Before you, a gushing torrent within the water erupts in a fierce green flash and swirls and bubbles. From it emerges a humanoid figure, indistinct amidst the flurry. She drifts towards you. Your fear returns for a moment, but she places her hand on your chest, and suddenly the pain is gone. Relaxing yourself, water flows into your lungs painlessly. The crushing pressure abates, and relief washes over you. The figure steps aside and gestures behind her to reveal a great valley encircled on two sides by rocks which curl as waves upwards and towards each other. In its center is a rough shape shadowed by the depths. As you try to discern its features, it slowly grows a deep green, which culminates in a brilliant flash of emerald light. As it flashes, the light emerges from the object and hurtles overhead. When it passes you, you're swept up behind it and realize that a fearsome torrent, whirling and rushing, follows you. You're pulled with great speed behind this light, ever upwards towards the surface of the waters. As it contacts the surface, a dazzling flash blinds you momentarily, and you're ejected out over the waves. At the apex of your trajectory, when you feel you should fall, you realize that you instead float aloft, hundreds of feet above the surface of the water. Peering over your shoulder, you realize that you're riding at the brunt of a tumultuous storm. It rages and swirls, pushing you ever onward. But as it goes, it slowly diminishes, and after what feels like hours of peering down from the clouds, it sets you gently back upon the calm ocean waters. You rest for a moment, drifting among the sea foam, and close your eyes once more. And then you wake up. I just got a call, so that screwed up my audio. I can't hear anything. 1 second.
I can hear you. Sorry.
All right, there we go. So what did you say?
I just said I could hear you.
Okay. And with that, you awaken. Can we take a quick 5-minute break here? There's pizza at the front door.
I can go get it if you want to
As
keep
long as you have
going.
enough for the whole class.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's do a 5-minute break. We'll be right back, everybody, at 6:17. All right, we are back. Let's get rid of this dreary fucking music, right? It's not dreary anymore.
Yeah, we
So,
talked to
do
a
I
bird and
have
a
any
vampire.
sense of? Yes.
Yeah,
it was
but the
awesome.
real question is, what kind of pizza?
Mine
I
is.
got
Go ahead.
Go ahead and do first.
Mine is pepperoni, sausage, and jalapeno.
Ooh,
Nice.
It's like it's
their
their dragon pizza or something.
Man after my own heart right there.
And it's artichoke hearts, olives, and gorgonzola cheese.
Also
I
good,
like
but
yours a lot less than I like Aiden's.
yeah.
Okay. It's good pizza. Okay. Sorry, you were saying something, Nerda.
Yeah. Did I get any sense of where on the ocean I was? Were there any landmarks or anything that I could recognize?
You were under the ocean for most of it, and then when you were atop it, riding the storm, it was all just featureless ocean as far as you could see.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Yeah. Fair question. If you have any other questions about your vision.
Yes, but I don't know how to ask them.
Fair enough. All right, in the morning, you pack up bedrolls. The bird
We
is
should
long
make tea
gone.
before we do that, yeah?
Hey,
Yeah, we should.
well, Gwen, I loosely remember you saying you were going to borrow some of the blood, but it's all gone now. What?
Yeah, you said in your sleep to give him all of your blood, and so I did because a creepy vampire walked into our camp, and
Hey,
we
that's
felt.
not nice.
Sorry, he was
Wasn't
actually a
creepy.
very polite vampire. He was a really nice guy. Anyway, this very kind vampire walked into our camp, and we felt that it would be ideal to give him as much blood as possible so that he didn't feel the need to improvise a way of getting additional blood that might have negatively affected the rest of the team.
Yeah.
His name
Okay,
was
well,
Jonathan.
That was the most
Jonathan?
market speak for draining us of our bodily fluids. Yeah.
You did
awesome.
what?
No,
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, you know, we haven't encountered any as a group, but in general, I prefer a friendly vampire over a non-friendly vampire.
It
So
was pretty weird.
There's no such thing as a friendly vampire. That's like
He
a
was
friendly
actually really
lizard man.
nice.
He was
Alik,
polite
I mean-
and he
oh,
didn't
is
eat
it
us.
like friendly tieflings, Alik?
No, where did he go? We have to go kill him.
No, he was super
They're
nice.
evil.
he
Blood
walked off
sucking
that way.
parasites.
I think it might be good to have like an inn with some vampires in case there's some vampires that come up later, you know, like if we'd known some friendly werewolves before we met those werewolves, then maybe we could have like gotten a good word in with the werewolves and things would have been different, you know?
Besides,
Vampires.
you and
literally
Darren are
feed
clerics.
on the
Can't you
innocent.
do something about his vampirism if we really needed to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot
Also,
of
Alik,
options.
surely
Most of them
if you were
are
in the presence of evil that needed to be destroyed, Helm would have awoken you from your sleep so that you could do his justice. But he
Fucking
didn't.
played.
burn! Shots
He slept
fired.
right
Good
through
point.
it.
You know what? I accept that. Maybe he was a good vampire. Maybe he's gonna start a blood bank and save people's lives with transfusions. Helm knows about those.
I mean,
Yeah, it'll be
that
like
was, like-
Daybreakers.
I'm pretty sure that was like ogre blood that I've had in my pack for a couple weeks. So if he took that and was still polite, then yeah, more power to him.
Yeah, I believe his
Werewolves
exact
are
words were
worse
that it
than
was
vampires.
gamey, but what
Yeah, it
was it? Nutritious? Something like that.
slimy but satisfying.
He,
Cool.
he liked
It was like
He liked
gamey
it a
but
lot.
robust or something. It was
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something
I
that
mean,
is upsetting to hear
a little
about.
freaky.
But-
Yeah, I don't like hearing
I
blood
didn't really
described
need
that
to.
way.
He definitely
I
could
had
have
that
tried to
blood.
drink.
I had that blood to do some experimenting, and it's yeah. I mean, I'm sure there'll be other opportunities to get more blood.
What
if
were
I
you
need
gonna
it.
do with that blood?
It's
Good stuff.
yeah. That's between me and the items in my pack. I'm sorry. I know, like,
Fair enough.
I trust you fully for the most part, but there are some things that you're just better off not understanding about me.
Oh, okay. No, I
Right,
know.
so if we meet this vampire again,
It's fine.
we will give him the benefit of the doubt and try to cure him before killing him. But if we can't, we're probably gonna have to kill him.
Well, if he's not
Fair.
doing anything aggressive, I don't know why we wouldn't just let him be.
Well, it's only if we meet him again.
I
We're
mean,
not necessarily
vampire.
gonna seek him out.
If he's choking down ogre blood, he for all and he liked it. For all you know, he could be like the best ally we could ever have when it comes to those types of
You
fights.
could have the power of ogres. I don't know how vampires work.
Yeah, but
He also
vampires can
literally-
choking it down. He slurped it down.
Yeah, he was into it, and he like approached and he was like, "Hey, you guys got any blood?" Which is honestly pretty polite in terms of how a vampire could open a conversation.
Yeah, that is true.
That's
I
a nice
mean,
sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was kind of like weirdly trying to, hide his sharpie teeth and all that. So it was super hard to understand him. So
But he did ask us outright for blood, so I feel like he wasn't trying to hide it too much.
well,
just saying, like,
Oh, so he's like one of those
he's not good
kind
at
of sad,
deceptive.
depressed vampires you read about in those young adult novels that they make in all the cities.
It was a pretty quirky situation, though. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I'm gonna think
Oh,
about him in
actually,
all
that
of my
reminds me.
dreams.
I think Cora, you read a lot of those vampire novels, don't you?
Heck yes.
Alik, I don't read. Why do you do this to me? It was so rude.
Man, okay, well, let's. Is there anything? I mean, like, anything
Haven't
else?
you been working on her with it?
There was just a bird for me and Nerida, and he was just hanging out. I think he woke all you up for a second there, but I asked him to keep it down, and he accommodated us.
Yeah, I remember
when-
that.
When you're speaking to birds though and things, can you not squawk back so much?
I have no idea that I was squawking. I thought I was talking plainly, but
Is that how that works?
I don't know how-
Speak to animals works.
what?
I don't know how Speak to Animals works as a spell. I don't understand what you're doing.
Just says
Maybe-
you can converse with them. I don't know.
Yeah, it just says they understand my verbal command. So I don't know what you're talking about. I think maybe you were I don't know, dreaming.
I mean, you
dreaming
do
about me squawking.
do sound a little squawky now and then.
God, okay. I'm just getting beaten up.
Shall we make some tea?
But that's good
Oh, yeah,
because you can use it as like a bird call or something, you know?
That's true. It comes in handy when
Should
in
ask him
nature.
if that vampire was evil.
No.
We want to
Does
know.
anybody? No. We could ask where. I mean, I don't know if anybody else has anything that they really want to ask, but I had a dream last night where I saw the Temple of the Nascent Tempest, or the Valley of the Nascent Tempest, and I don't know. I just feel like we need to go there. We could ask where that is, or where one of the other places of importance are for you guys. If you want to do that first.
Related to that, I need to
Or
find
even-
the tomb of Maldeth Alexon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have.
Or we could even ask how we could lift the.
What are all these places you guys are talking about? It's really interesting. What's the Valley of the Nascent Tempest? I haven't heard of that.
It's I'm not exactly sure either. My God told me to go there.
Your god told you to go there.
Yes, it's a long story.
Okay.
We, the three of us communed with our respective deities because we've been having issues. And we're not the only ones, we think, having issues tapping into the power bestowed upon us. And all three of them sent us on quests, and we were lucky enough to fall upon the resting place of an item for me, but Alik and Nerida still have to seek out theirs.
Interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it sucks to have to be tied to a god, right?
Hey, at least I can
It's not a
control my
problem I have.
magic.
Right? Low five.
Also, DM, as an aside, am I still wearing my cool ring?
Yes.
Rock. So yeah, let's make some tea. I assume
Yeah,
there's still
morning
some
tea.
semblance of campfire.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
let's do it.
Maybe let's switch out Arali just to see if it's the gold cup or the person.
Oh,
who-
come on
who
now.
makes
Let's
it
switch the
not.
cups. I want to try
Yeah, that's
again.
fine. That's fine. I'll take the gold cup since
Okay, that's
I
fine.
talked to him last time.
Ruined it.
Okay.
I want the green cup.
Cora's like, okay.
Narrative-
Arali pulls all the cups out. She takes the red one.
Nerida, why don't you take a cup this time? Especially since you tried to reach out to him and he rejected your sending.
Sounds good. I'll be like, you again. I'm not answering your question just on principle. And he would just disappear.
Okay, so Arali has red.
You asked me 3 questions yesterday.
So Nerida would have blue. Tim's got
Nerida has
Chance has
blue.
green, and I've got gold.
Okay. You
And,
brew the tea.
do we all agree on a question? Wait. Do we all agree on a question before we start?
Where is he, right? That's.
I-
I mean, we could ask where he is. We could ask where the temple is. We could ask where the tomb is.
Why do we want to know where Cyrus the Wise is?
I don't know why we would do.
I mean, I just kind of want to know where he's given us perspective information from in the interdimensional plane. You know?
Let's ask him if it works outside the snake cult shrine.
I mean, if it works, then we know the answer to that question, Ali.
Hey, you don't know.
Yeah.
We could still be there.
Kind of want to know if there's more treasure in the snake shrine, but I guess that's not. a good
That's
enough
one
reason.
thing that would be tempting to know is if we miss some shit in the temple. Although I really am not that interested in turning back
mean-
around at this point.
Also,
Yeah.
One
really
thing
good
though, if he's
yesterday.
like worshipped by the people in the temple, and we're like, hey, we killed everyone there. Was there any other cool stuff we could have killed people for in your sacred temple where your teacup was?
Well, what were
Might
people
not
seeking?
respond to that very well.
The wisdom of
Pillows.
whoever the stupid snake
A
pillows.
Close, yeah.
Pillows.
Pillows.
But yeah, I'm fine with I'm fine with also asking about the location of the nascent tempest.
Yeah,
Or
I mean, we could totally ask about more treasure. I just worry
Nascent Tempest
that
before Tomb.
he might.
We know sort of where the tomb is. We have no idea where the Nascent Tempest is.
yeah, that's probably the best idea, Alik. I mean, and then obviously, blah, 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 I can't speak. Excuse me. It's too early. I haven't had my coffee yet, or more importantly, my whiskey.
Oh, do any of us have a map?
Sure. Maps of
Like a map of the whole world?
you all have like a
could I
general
hold a map and be
understanding of the
like-
world. So like this
No,
map.
I want a map. I want to be like, where exactly is this temple? Do we
You're
have a
gonna
map?
like have him burn a dot in it, like a.
You
Yeah,
have this
I
rough knowledge
don't
of Tuatha. Oh, you mean like, do we have a physical map?
Because
You would
From
have to
my dream,
purchase
I
some
feel
sort of
like-
physical map.
yeah, okay.
This is your
Oh,
understanding of the
perhaps
layout of
anyway.
Tuatha.
I have a
I'm
roughly
sure
drawn
he's
map
gonna
of the
say
region.
something vague like, "Hey, it's in the ocean," and I'll be like, "Well, I knew that already. Thanks for tricking us out of our question."
I have an actual map that I started with that was given to me by my people when I was sent south.
Have you been putting anything on it?
Why not? Let's say I have.
of the region though, right? So you're from
Yeah,
like
it's
north
like
of
a poorly
Advarthus?
drawn- Well, it's like a map of like this, basically what you're showing us in Tuatha, but it's not correct. It was poorly drawn.
Okay.
I guess it's correct enough. Like major landmarks would be there, probably like the city, I assume.
Yeah.
You see
If you
exactly-
got lost in the wilds, like you'd probably be able to spend a day figuring out where you are based on the cartography.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
The
I
other
don't know.
thing
We could
is,
just.
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was saying we could just try to ask and hope that we get a clear enough answer that it actually directs us somewhere.
Yeah. The other thing, just to be fair, Arali, do you have an opinion on what question should be asked?
I just want to see this guy. If we can do this more than once, then we can just ask more questions later, right?
Yep. Okay. Well, then I think that's it. I think we'll try to get the location of the temple of the nascent tempest shrine.
It's the valley
Valley.
of the Nascent Tempest. Yeah,
Cool.
that's correct, right, DM?
Yes.
Wait, hold up. We could also ask him where the Dark Tiefling is.
I
Don't
don't.
just like go there.
I don't think we need to know that. I don't think with you guys kind of hobbled as far as your magical connection to your deities, I don't think we're a match for him. And B, I'm still kind of curious about what his game is because he's been helpful and hurtful in this. So,
Somebody wants to ask why it hurts when we pee.
don't ask that.
Did
It all
Chance
hurts
have
when we
one?
pee, right?
I don't remember.
Chance has the green one.
Yes,
Oh
I
yeah,
do.
Chance is green.
Tim, be good, please.
Green is Chance, and then gold is who?
Me. Lost.
Lost.
Okay.
It's
Sorry, I'm just so excited.
Apparently, Nerida
You're
wants the gold one.
a wyvern screeches in the distance.
But the
Who's got
colors
blue?
are important. It's,
Blue is Arali.
I thought red was Arali.
Oh no, you're right. Nerida has blue.
There we go.
That's right, because I had blue rings.
Okay.
Sorry.
You pass out the cups just so. You brew some tea. Who's pouring the tea?
And we're all sitting in the cardinal directions again, right?
Yeah.
Why? I'll have Arali pour the tea this time.
All right. She takes the tea off the fire, pours it in the cups, and like eagerly sits down and looks into the cup and quickly looks disappointed. Everyone else with a cup? Look down into the cup. It's just tea.
Shit. I wonder if this doesn't work outside of the temple.
Has it actually been 24 hours as well?
It has not been 24
Because
hours.
we did it in the evening. There we go. Let's try to wait for actually 24 hours.
You did it in the early
But it made me
afternoon, or like mid-afternoon.
When I drink the tea, do I
Okay,
feel
well-
any different?
You don't.
Damn it!
Everyone drinks their tea. It was tasty, warming, comforting.
You guys who felt different
also
still
be
feel like
24
you feel different?
No. Everyone who drank the tea previously, you notice after about 4 hours, you feel a bit slower. Feel like back to normal, basically.
Well,
So
I
wait.
wonder.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Neither did we.
none of us saw it this time.
I'm guessing it doesn't work outside of the temple.
Well, that's
We could
terrible.
go back to the temple,
We could
or
go
we
back to
could
the
try
temple.
to.
I don't want to go back.
wait
That was
until-
very hard to get
okay.
to.
So-
Very hard to get into.
Arali, out of curiosity, and I'm seriously not trying to cheat you out of anything. Let me preface it that way. What's your interest in the cups? Can we maybe buy them off of you so that you actually get something out of this? And if we decide to go back to the temple, we can do so on our own.
That sounds fair.
They don't seem to do anything. I don't want to pay much for them.
Well,
50 gold.
let
You
Arali
they don't
set
do
a price.
anything? How
We
about
don't. They haven't done much of anything so far. That's true for sure. So
I mean, these were very difficult to get, and a lot of expeditions to the temple failed. We've actually recovered something from it. Even if they're not magical, they could be of archaeological value. I think 400 for the set is fair.
sure, I'll pay 400.
How about 300? It's a lot more than 50.
I already agreed. I'll pay 400.
I was already reducing my price to 400 because you put a lot of work into this and because it seems like they might not be magical. Very hard to value these
really help
items.
us in our quest
So,
as well. So thank
I'll
you.
give Arali 400 gold. Why don't you give the rest of the tea set to Chance? You keep this safe, Chance. Okay.
We've got party
Right.
gold, by the way.
It's a very expensive tea set. We can't.
I know.
If you want,
I wanted this from the beginning.
I know. I know.
You got what you wanted. The most
That's why
valuable
I'm-
tea
that's why
set
I'm letting
in
you have it.
Tawatha.
So, do you guys want to use party gold?
I feel like it's absolutely a worthwhile use of party gold, yeah.
Sure. Okay. Well, then there we go.
Hey.
Cool. Now
Anybody else?
everyone feels like they got something out of this, and Chance
Yeah.
got his tea set.
I was just trying to lowball her. I'm surprised I didn't have me roll persuasion or something. I was like, it doesn't even work. Ooh, it's stupid, but I wanted
If you
so
want,
bad.
I thought you were sort of half-assing it, and Lost really cut you off there.
I just agreed because that's actually, it's expensive, but it's not that bad.
It's
Not
fucking
that bad.
a tiefling, whatever.
No, I was trying to like. anchor the
Hey,
price
now
at
there's
50,
so
you'd be like, "That's
tiefling
way
tea
too
set.
low,
Now we have
100."
some fun pun opportunities, Tim.
The
Or Chance.
TT.
Yeah,
TT, nice.
a tiefling flinging tea.
But no, it's fine. 400 is fine. Is everyone okay with that being paid for out of party gold? We have 535. 45. 545.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Tim is definitely okay.
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah.
with it. Sorry,
I'm fine with it.
Typically, you
Being
just
to a
ask,
minimum.
"Does anyone object?" Right? Because then
Yeah.
silence
Yeah,
is a
that's
yes.
true.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I want
All
this
right.
tea set.
So
Absolutely.
out of
Super
party
worth
gold,
it.
it's recorded.
Cool.
Okay.
We
She
have
hands over the
7,000
cups.
party gold left.
Okay,
In
well,
your
I guess
mansion in the
you're
sky,
going
right?
free.
Yes,
do
that is where we keep it.
you guys want to continue to the port? I mean, that's where we were on our way.
Yeah, I'll
Check
keep
in.
traveling with you if that's okay.
Yeah,
And
that
steal back our 400 gold.
I think that's fine.
Slightly
Wait,
safer
what is
numbers.
happening?
Yeah,
Did Alik just say that we
No,
should
I'm just
steal
saying,
back
like,
our money from
obvious joke.
that is true. I think
Alik? I've never liked you more.
I think we just had he got replaced in his sleep. with a bigger buffoon.
I'm telling a tiefling joke. You know how you guys.
Good God. Anyways,
It's just a regular joke. You don't have to put which race it came from first. They're all jokes.
So, obviously, we do have some questions that need to be answered, but we also have an assignment that takes us to this port. Do you guys want to head there, or do you, and we'll continue to travel with Arali? Or do you want to turn back around and go back to the temple?
Keep going forward. I think we should try other alternatives like waiting 24 hours.
I think that's fair.
Actually going back to the temple.
Okay, so then
once we
let's
accomplish here, we might end up going back to Lotharia, and on the way, I would say, we go to the temple.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's do it then.
Find the wisdom of Pelos.
Okay. So about 5 hours of relatively uneventful travel later, you arrive. Let me get this, because I have a thing for. I worked hard on this. It would suck not to fucking load it.
Better fucking work.
It better fucking
I'll
work.
kill you if you don't work.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's something a tiefling might do, but not me.
Wow. Even the DM.
It's spreading.
You gotta get in on it, right? It's just
everyone's.
And we're gonna go to a whole town full of racists.
Yeah, when are we gonna go to a whole commune of tieflings, and then you guys can all just be assholes?
Well,
Is
that
it gonna
wouldn't
come
exist
back?
Because, like, who has a tiefling city?
Oh,
No
it-
one.
Yeah, tieflings don't tend to be able to band together like that.
Yeah, tieflings hate civilization.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys know how they are.
They're savages.
Yeah.
You guys.
That big enough?
I really hope somebody hasn't just like tuned in for the first time. Like, this seems fun, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
There's a lot of weird racism going on
Wow,
here.
really
Yeah.
weird
Against
racism.
fantasy races.
It's okay.
They're like thinly veiled too.
Against
You
fantasy
loaded
races,
them
of which 2 of us are playing as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
no
but
fun
you're-
if it's against.
You're not people, right?
No
So
one.
it's fine, yeah.
What? What?
No, I'm just
Oh,
joking.
Lord. I know.
Okay, so after 5 hours
Hey,
of travel,
did you load a place? Because if you did, the Twitch is only on our faces.
I did
You
load a
sounded like you were
place.
loading a background or something.
And I just see
It may take a second to catch up.
a fun
I also
texture.
don't see anything.
Oh my god, okay. We're doing it. That cloud. God, this takes forever, but we'll do it. Yeah, after about 5 more hours of travel, the road branches to the left, but after a brief discussion with Arali, she's like, "That's the pit is that way. You don't want to go that way. The main city is this way." Which you're not super clear about what she means necessarily, but
Yeah, I mean,
she
what do you
seems to
mean
know what she's doing.
The pit.
Oh, the pit it's like, just a loading and unloading zone. It's like a storage area for the ships. It's not
Okay.
where you
There's
want to
not-
be.
Are you sure there's not like seedy?
I mean, the taverns are this way. Well, there's a seedy underbelly in most towns in Lotharia.
I feel like the place called the Pit definitely has a seedy. Come on, there's some nasty people there.
I'll tell you, if there's a seedy underbelly in Greyshallow, it's not in the pit.
If there was a seedy underbelly in Greyshallow, where would it be? Just out of curiosity.
We would want to stay far away.
You
from
know, I don't know. Not really sure.
I don't believe you, but we can revisit this later.
Insight check.
Actually, yes, I would like to insight check her. I
No,
can do
just
that.
straight up tell her.
Another zone of truth.
Go ahead and roll insight. Oh no.
Can you roll for me, please? Thank you.
I don't even want to. Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
To bed. To bed.
It's an 18 from you.
Oh god. Nerida's like 22 or something. She knows where the seedy underbelly of Port Greyshallow is. She definitely knows. It's like, okay, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to split off from you here. I'm gonna go see my family, but have fun in town. See you guys later.
We'd have more fun if you tell us where the seedy underbelly was.
Probably would.
Oh, that's a great answer. That is the best answer.
It's not over, Arali.
As you follow the road to a nearby cliff edge, briny air washes over you in stark contrast to the humid suspense of the wasteful mire. Instead of the incessant humming of insects broken by croaks of toads, the rhythmic lapping of waves is pierced by screeching caws of gulls. Before you, an enormous and seemingly precarious wooden platform extends down the cliffs from their lowest point. At its end, the birds circle over dozens of wooden buildings connected by expansive ramshackle wooden platforms supported by stilts coming out of the ocean below. Splayed out before you, skirting the top of the water for miles in clusters, these salt-stained piers breach the edge of the great blue sea beyond. Denizens, mostly human, wear loose-fitting cotton and linen clothes belted at the waist or simple dresses. Wagon loads of branded crates traverse the dock streets, deftly maneuvering among the sailors, merchants, fishers, and vagabonds. Welcome to Port Greyshallow. And that's where we'll end for tonight. We'll pick up next week with more Tales from Tuatha. Thanks again to the participants. As always, you guys are great. I love you all. This has been one of the best sessions ever for sure. I love the first question you asked was, how do you spell your name? That's fucking legendary.
Yes. Immediately revealing everything. All the information was right there. We'll see you guys later.
Very quickly discovered something about how the T-set works in hilarious fashion. Thank you to the viewers, everyone who showed up and watched. There's hardly anybody this time for some bizarre reason, but thank you guys for showing up regardless. Check out the Discord, my Twitter for announcements and whatnot, and our YouTube where all the past videos are stashed. I need to get that up to date. It's like 3 or 4 sessions behind, unfortunately, but I'll try to get that up to date this week. Other than that, I'll see you next week for more Tales from Tuatha. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.